Where the hell is this from? Excuse me. Comicbookmovie.com. All right, this is not the Wall Street Journal or anything like that, but I have a point here to make. TFA's Gwendolyn Christie is very proud to be first female Star Wars villain. After breaking out as Game of Thrones Brienne of Tarth, actress Gwendolyn Christie will serve as one of the antagonists of Star Wars The Force Awakens. Oh, that's TFA. They're already abbreviating it. Captain Phasma, and here shares her thoughts on representing the first female foe of a film in the franchise. Nobody involved with J.J. Abrams' massively anticipated Star Wars The Force Awakens is ever able to go into much detail about their role, but EW's chat with Gwendolyn Christie has shown a little more light on her role. Within the film, Captain Phasma gender is matter of fact, which Christie notes is exactly why she's important. We know very little about her at this stage, but what I think people are drawn to is that this is a very progressive female character, she explains. We see Captain Phasma, and we see the costume from head to toe, and we know that it's a woman, but we are used to in our media connecting to female characters via the way they look from the way they are made in the flesh. The character's design is a chrome-tinted extension of the Stormtrooper uniform, and the full-body armor, as well as a foreboding helmet, provided an acting challenge for Christie. It wasn't just about what I was expressing above the neck. It was also focused on what I was expressing below the neck. It was an interesting acting experience as well as a fangirl's dream. Though we've seen antagonists of all genders and species throughout the now-defunct Star Wars expanded universe, Phasma is a brand new anomaly within the films. She's Star Wars' first female villain, Christie says. It's incredible, it's timely, and I'm very proud to be part of it. Are you excited to see Captain Phasma in action? All right, here we're gonna do it again, guys. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do another what's it called? Mad Max Feminist Road. Right now, as you all know, I got the world media journalism. What do they call it? Oh, what do they call those rags? Tabloid. We got the world tabloid industry's tits in a bundle when I came out and made some very simple points, very simple observations, that they're prompting Mad Max as a feminist film. They had hired a feminist to do consulting, and that even some of the actors were saying, yeah, this is a feminist film, and there's that whole thing that Mad Max was kind of in the background. It was Imperator Furiosa. And I said, look, hey, I don't care. Make it Imperator Furiosa. Make it a prequel. Then introduce Mad Max. Don't call it Mad Max when it ain't about Mad Max. And to this, I got, and you guys know the story, and I got 20% more followers. I had 6 months of work done in like a matter of 2 or 3 days, thanks to the international attention. Now, we're going to do the same thing here, guys, because it's the same problem, but I don't think I'm going to get the international attention this time around. Although, who knows, maybe we might, but if we do, that'd be great. I'd like to have another 6 months of work done because of international attention. But it's the same damn thing here. And it's not because of this one article. This one article, okay, yes, look at her, she says, where is it? We know very little about her at this stage, but what I think people are drawn to is that this is a very progressive female character. And right there's this script. All right, it's one article. She's a woman. This is the way they've been programmed, not just women, but young people in general, that we have to look at everything through the lens of, can't this just be a badass chick? Can't this be a badass Boba Fett that's a chick, or a stormtrooper, rather? Sorry. No, we have to point out that it's female. We have to point out the political and sexual / gender angle. And look, it's a woman. See, it's a woman. Did we tell you it's a woman? It's like, dude, can't you just how cool would this be? Think about this. You see this super stormtrooper going in, shooting up the rebels, just being totally badass, and then she takes off her helmet, and you're like, wow, it's a girl. Okay, that would be cool. But no, we can't do that because that would just let the character speak for itself. We have to, and this is what they're doing, and this is what they did with Mad Max until there was a little bit of a backlash and people start pointing out, hey, we don't want to see a feminist film. These people in Hollywood still believe that diversity and affirmative action and everything being roundhouse kicking chick cop show. And look, we got a black guy over here and a Muslim over here. And see, everyone wants it because we got the rainbow color that's been farted out of a unicorn's ass of diversity. Now we're going to get more people to attend. And what they don't realize is that that's not what's going to make the movie. What's going to make the movie is whether it's a good movie or not, and does not have some fucking political or moral sermon or proselytizing in it. Now, if it was just this chick, just this one article, I would write it off. Yeah, okay, comicbookmovie.com. Okay, it's a girl. She wants to talk about her character. She's in the theater. She's probably a leftist. She's been indoctrinated to think of everything in terms of, and look, I'm a powerful woman playing a powerful character, and there has to be that thing, instead of what I would like is you just, hey, there's a real cool kick-ass bad chick. It's not that. What they're doing now is they're ruining the movie by scaring away potential audience members like me. I was going to go see it. I was. Okay, yes. No, I didn't hate the prequels as much as everybody else did. I think they were all right. But now, with this shoving it in our face, J.J. Abrams not only risks ruining, alienating, what is going to, I wouldn't even say it's standard white males. I mean, I got guys over on my social media sphere who are black. They're like, what the fuck is this? What is this? Right? So not only does he risk alienating these people from saying, yeah, I don't know, but you risk ruining the movie. And what it also does is it telepaths the move, and it increases the chances, it increases our fears that there's going to be a lecture or a sermon about some kind of leftist fucking bullshit that no one wants to hear. Even though that may not happen. And that's what my friends told me with Mad Max is what happened. They said, yeah, there wasn't really any feminist kind of thing going on. I said, then why the hell did they build it as a feminist thing? Jack Donovan saw it. DT and the Man saw it. My buddies, and there was huge disagreement. I still haven't seen the movie because, two of my guys said, it's just a big-ass long car chase, and it was really boring. Two of them said, I almost walked out on it. I'm like, really? And then the other guys like Jack Donovan and DT, yeah, dude, you got to see this. This thing is awesome, and there's no lecture. I'm like, oh, okay. But look at all this. Did we have to go through this hubbub? Did we have to go through this bullshit? And so what it tells me is that they really think in Hollywood selling the movie on its diversity credentials is going to get more people in. When in reality, I think it just really risks alienating your core base of people who just want to see Star Wars and don't want to have some fucking political lesson or diversity lesson shoved down your throat. Now, as I said before, if it was just this one article, I'd be okay with it. But if we go back, this goes back, gosh, how long have they been promoting this thing? 6 months ago when they first started showing the first, right off the bat, the very first hint or taste that they gave you of a video of a trailer, it's the black actor who's in the stormtrooper outfit. He just pops up like that. And at first it's okay, there's a black stormtrooper, so what? I don't know why, okay, at that point, I don't know why everyone got their tits in a bundle on the right side of things. And now, of course, not everyone on the right side did. I think it was the leftist media, trying to bait them, oh, look, they're going to complain it's a black guy. They're going to complain it's a black guy. Some people did. I'm like, oh, it's a black stormtrooper. What, you wouldn't have a black stormtrooper? Why not? So that didn't bother me. And it looks like, okay, this guy's one of the key characters. I think he's got a lightsaber in one of the next trailers or tastes that were released. I'm like, okay, well, let's see what this guy's got going on. And then what did it for me was when the poster came out. And the poster tells you everything, who's very important. Okay, Han Solo, I don't care where Han Solo is. I think Han Solo he shouldn't have a major role. It should be new people coming in. Han Solo's down there in the bottom, center. You can barely see him. Then there's the black stormtrooper guy. He's like the second biggest character. I'm like, okay, all right, he does play an important role. Okay, I'm kind of curious what's going to go on there with that guy. And then who's the main character? It's a 20-something female. And I was just like, oh, really? Really? It's going to be this, huh? It's going to be this. Yeah, okay, all right, okay, it's gonna be a unicorn fart of diversity coming out of this movie. And you still could have got me on it. You still could have gotten me to say, all right, you know what? the main, roundhouse kicking chick cop. Okay, that's who the hero, the Jedi. Leia was a Jedi, the sister of Luke. Who knows? I don't know. Let's maybe. But then you throw in the fact it's J.J. Abrams, and he fucking raises money for Barack Obama. And then I see this article. No, fuck you. Fuck all of you. Okay? Even though I know 95% chance this is likely a marketing move to get non-white males to attend Star Wars. Because let's admit it, you go to a Star Wars convention or a Star Trek convention, not a lot of diversity. I understand that. But I know maybe there was a 99 or 95% chance this was just marketing to get, a larger audience across the planet to attend. No, fuck you, J.J. Abrams. You're going to give me a goddamn sermon. You're going to give me a goddamn lecture. You throw in this article about the Stormtrooper gal being a roundhouse kicking chick cop show who could have just been a normal, cool character, takes off the helmet. Holy shit, it's a girl. She's really badass. That would have been fine. That would have been great. Okay, Black Stormtrooper guy. Oh, now he's got a lightsaber. Okay, what's going on over there? That seems very interesting. No, just can't do it when the main character's a chick. No, because now you've convinced me, whether it's true or not, you're gonna weave some fucking leftist moral lesson in there, some fucking sermon you're gonna proselytize to me for, and you're telepathing your moves right now. You need like a unicorn to fart out the rainbow and then have a prism right in front of its ass to get the more colors of diversity you're trying to throw at this one. And I know, and here's what's going to happen. The movie's going to do great. Because people are already excited about Star Wars. They're using the brand name to sell it. This is not going to tank at the box office. It isn't. It's Star Wars. The brand name is too great. And so they're going to use it as a vehicle to force diversity down your throat. And I guarantee you, it may not happen. My fears may not be founded. But I almost guarantee you with J.J. Abrams, he's going to shove some fucking leftist moral in front of your face. And it's going to serve 2 points. One, say fuck you to anyone who's a conservative or a libertarian who happens to be white male and saying, hey, what's with diversity? And two, to brainwash your little kids. Subtly. You think Star Wars is going to brainwash? Just watch. See what happens. I hope it's like Mad Max. I hope there is no lesson. Because now I could go on Netflix and kind of watch. Although, again, I'm kind of like, well, really? Half my friends said it's just a car chase. I don't know. So I'm still iffy on that. But the hell if I'm going to see this movie. No way. I'm going to let one of you guys go see it. You guys go see it. Report back to me. We'll do the same thing we did with Mad Max. It could say, yeah, there was this lesson, this moral. And that's what we really ought to do. We should designate one person. Before 100 or 1,000 of us or 10,000 of us go in and watch this movie, we should designate one guy, one gal to go see it and see if there's some kind of fucking political lesson. I don't care what the political lesson is. Everyone thinks it has something to do with left, right. No, I go to see a movie to see a fucking movie. Go to see a movie to get away, to have escapism. I got enough work and shit and day and crap in my life dealing with politics and economics. When I go and take, a movie is a considerable time commitment. 2 hours. I don't want one motherfucking nanosecond of political lecturing, either right or left. I don't want to hear any of it. I want to see lightsabers. I want to see TIE fighters. I want to see shit getting blown up. I want to see sword fights. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see, like you do on CSI, maybe it was CSI, it was one of those things. Here's your little 98-pound girl, she does a roundhouse kick, kicks the Russian mafioso dealer who's 6'8", square in his jaw, he falls down, she says, how's that for justice? I don't want to see any of that shit. I don't want to see anything nuanced or subtle. You think you're being sneaky? Like, just gonna fit it in here that Voldemort's a Republican. The Empire is the Republican or the Conservatives. It's the Koch brothers. Did you get that in? No, I'm not gonna see it. I'm not. The irony, and here's another thing that I thought about. Let's say you were really doing the diversity angle to get more non-white males to attend, which I understand. Again, go to a Star Trek or Star Wars convention. I understand. If you really want more people to attend, you really want to blow open the box office hit on this, you really want to make the big coin globally, how come there are no fucking East Indians or Chinese folk in these movies? Huh? Where's that? I mean, those guys make up almost 40% of the global population. And they are becoming more affluent. They do have money to go see this movie. And if we're all concerned, that was the argument. Well, we gotta approach a global market. It's not just North Americans and Europeans that see this. Yeah, you're right. There's some Chinese people and East Indians that see it. What is it? China's got 1.4 billion. East India's got 1.2. 2.5 billion people? Do you plant, Punjab or Chang in there? Fuck no. Where are those guys? Where's fucking Bruce Lee, huh? Where Jet Li? Where's what? You couldn't mix the martial arts. You couldn't find some martial artist like of a Jackie Chan style, a little less humorous, or a Jet Li, and you couldn't make a Jedi Knight out of that guy? With the sword fighting and the fighting and all that? You couldn't find an East Indian guy? You couldn't find my buddy Sadeep to go and star in Star Wars? He'd be happy to star in Star Wars. So don't tell me it's about marketing. It is an American affirmative action flick. That's what it is. You've taken the two groups, American affirmative action, females and blacks, and you've promoted them. And that tells me that it's politically motivated. Because if it was truly diversity, you really want to get like the global kumbaya, global world community, you might have some fucking Chinese and some East Indian people in there. But you don't. You take what is globally a very small minority of females and black males, and you throw them in, and you promote the hell out of them. Again, it could be the greatest movie ever. There could not be one leftist moral. It could be a huge, J.J. Abrams could have had a huge epiphany and revolution in his philosophical and ideological thinking. He could make this the biggest right-wing, conservative, libertarian propaganda piece ever. I don't care. I'm not going to go see it. All the evidence points to it to being an affirmative action, leftist fucking bullshit. And frankly, I don't want politics in my movie, either before or after. If you want to introduce minority characters, please do them at least the service, the kindness, the courtesy of making them badass. Making their characters earn the respect of the audience through badassery and coolness, or evil villainy, depending if you're the villain. Not, hey, look, the actor happens to be black. Hey, look, the actress happens to be female. Go see him. Why can't you just make a badass character and not pre-promote and shove it down people's throats what their gender or their race is? Just let them speak for themselves. Let the story speak for itself. But I'm sorry, you throw all this shit together, you throw it all together. I'm sorry, I don't see any Chinese, I don't see any East Indians. You're only promoting the minorities that have politics attached to them in the United States and Europe. You have people already talking about women and what's it mean to be a female character, and oh my goodness, the meaning of woman, and I'm a proud roundhouse kicking chick cop show. And then not to mention the pre-established politics of J.J. Abrams. I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm not watching it. I'm just not watching it. It's too much of a risk for me to risk 2 hours of my time. Somebody else go see it, report back. And if it's that good, fine. But I won't lie to you, I have a feeling it's probably gonna flop. This is just a 55% chance. I'm not saying it will, but I have a feeling you just can't get the magic back in the bottle, guys. Star Wars was its unique thing back in the day. Now, I mean, what are you gonna? How many times are you gonna rehash it? It's not new. It's not new. You're not gonna make it as great as the originals because that was groundbreaking. It was new. It was Indiana Jones. It was something else. Now it's just gonna be new Dark Force Awakens, and there's TIE fighters again, and X-wings, and then there's some emotional, psychological crap going on with the Force. And then there's Jedis and Padawans and Senseis and all this other stuff. I'm sure it'll be entertaining, but I have a feeling it's going to kind of fall flat like the prequels did. Oh well.